coming today. And thank you, Keegan, for agreeing to be part of this initiative. Keegan's participating in a Take Your MLA to Work Day, and that's a provincial initiative through Manitoba Supporter Employment Network, so which SME is a part of. So today, Keegan's invited Kelly to visit him in the workplace, and to see, what a valuable employee he is, and the importance of hiring a diverse workforce of people of all abilities, and what he can contribute. So Keegan's gonna introduce himself to Kelly, and then from there you can tell Kelly what you do, all about the things we talked about your job, what you love about it, and then you can introduce him to some of the staff and show him around, show him what you do for work. Okay.
Hello, hopefully you can hear the interpreter here. This is Keegan Sinclair. I need you to just keep the camera on, Keegan.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
And if you could just lower it a little bit as well.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you.
Thanks, Danny. Okay.
So I'm working here right now. I enjoy the work that I've been doing within the building. I've liked the work. I've been hired. I've been working here for a number of years. It's still interesting work. I'm still learning a lot of new things, picking up a lot of new skills. And I feel like throughout the couple of years that I've been working here right now, my skills have gotten better. And what I'm hoping to do is continue to learn more just about the auto body shop and learn how to do repairs on vehicles, and making sure that we can do the repairs properly and to the customer satisfaction, and things like that. So some of the things that happen within the shop are obviously painting, but there's also welding that ends up happening here as well. When I first was hired, I was doing some training. At that point in time, I was just doing a little bit of sanding, cleaning up some of the parts. Obviously, I've been trained on a number of other things now as well. But again, just learning more and more skills as I work here. Again, you can see that I have the respirator on me and all the safety protective equipment right now. Again, that's just because I'm doing some painting, some sanding, and obviously wanting to make sure that we're in a safe environment.
Any questions, Kelly?
Yeah.
Well, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Kelly Vindel, MLA. I'm just wondering, how old are you, and how many years you've been here?
24. It's been 3. I think maybe I'm going on 4 years. I can't remember now. Yeah. 3 to 4 years anyway that I've been working here.
You started 2012. Yeah, Keegan started with a 4-week work experience, and Danny liked him so much, they liked to work so much that they hired him on for a work experience that led to permanent employment.
Are you originally from Thompson? Where are you originally from?
Oh yeah, I was born in Thompson. Yeah, and this is really kind of my first employment here. Society of Manitobans Disability helped me find this place, and like I said, I've been doing my 4 weeks experience here, and it's worked out. So.
And where did you go to school before coming to work here?
Well, actually, I went to school in Manitoba School for the Deaf, which is in Winnipeg. So I graduated from there in 2012. No, maybe, when did I start? 2003? Yeah, I can't remember now exactly, but went through the courses there, learned a couple of technical skills as well. They had shops classes there, and so I did a lot of volunteering, some work experiences throughout the city of Winnipeg, and it's kind of gotten me to where I am today.
Oh, that's excellent. Right on. Good. Glad to see it. Congratulations.
Did you want to introduce them to Danny and tell him a little bit more about your boss before you show him around?
Yeah, so my employer here is Danny, my boss. So he's the owner of the company, and he's standing just beside me here.
Well, I'm pleased to welcome you, Kelly,
Oh, thanks, Terry. Yeah, nice
and
to see you.
Stacy, and Paul, of course, and Blake, sorry, and of course Casper from the Citizen. We're gonna go back to the shop just to kind of show you what Keegan does do. Keegan came to us approximately 4 years ago, and it was on a kind of a work experience. And I thought, Brendan, okay, bring him in. We'll try him out, see what happens. He came in his first day. He was so excited to work that I'd given him a van to sand, never even done nothing before, and he got it done in half the time that my normal staff does. So even though, I mean, I always tell people, you know, I don't mind the chit chat and whatnot, but where he can't talk to anybody, he got it all done because he wasn't chit chatting and he wasn't saying hey or doing whatever. He stayed on the job and all he wanted to do was work. So I think he came in on a Thursday type of deal, his Thursday, Friday, and he says, Danny, can I please work tomorrow? I was like, he just couldn't get enough working. So we realized after the 4 weeks that, I mean, this guy, he shows up for work. It's a little bit harder for us for the training, obviously. We don't, unfortunately, I don't have sign language, or none of the staff has sign language. We have our own Mystery Lake body shop language. So it's kind of like he knows what I tell him to do for sanding and whatnot. And I just want to show you an app that I found recently that we've been using. Sorry about that. Kelly and your entourage. It's called actually ProDef. And what this is for, so now sometimes when I say to Keegan, and he doesn't quite understand it, we have boards everywhere. We write things down or give him a note. But if he doesn't understand us, I just want to show you what this goes here, Kelly, if you can. Okay, so it's called ProDef. If anybody can see that. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to say, Keegan, when you're ready, can you please take the truck out back? Okay, so this way, I mean, to be honest with you, we just found this a couple weeks ago. Sorry, Brenda.
Okay.
But this way, because sometimes in translation, he doesn't know exactly what we mean. But he'll tell us, you know, he doesn't understand. So by this way, Brenda tells me that it's actually the sign language is actually almost 100% exactly so he can understand it. So this is going to help us out going further. So also, sometime this year, all of our body guys have to have training through ICAR training. So we're already in the midst of trying to have him take it to a course in Winnipeg with a translator, so he actually gets his points as well. Because all my people who are trained have to have 2 points per year, and it's all put on through ICAR Manitoba through MPI. So they've already agreed that when we're ready for Keegan to go down, they're going to have a translator there at the session, so that he can also get the experience of getting some actual training from teachers rather than just the guys on the floor.
Yeah, and if I might add, like, you know, Mr. Lake Body Shop's been really proactive, and through Keegan's training, when he did his training on the job, we had interpreters. We actually brought them up for the beginning of the training 2 days on site for his work experience, which, you know, we had to get creative for that to happen because of the amount of money, but there was a lot of businesses in town that kind of helped us out, Calm Air and some of the hotels in town. So anyway, so then they used video conferencing and iPad for regular meetings. So so I really commend you for that, for Keegan to be able to get his training with full communication. And so, and now knowing that you're planning on doing some more training and having ASL English interpretation for that,
Perfect.
that's awesome.
So we'll head into the shop just to kind of show you a little bit what he does. Does anybody have problems with dust? I mean, it's still a little bit dusty. Have masks if you like to have one. It's not extremely dusty. We all use bags. But the hood and whatnot, the door, he's applied primer to it, and now he's just basically scuffing and sanding it. So that way, to the final steps where we can actually paint it. He's not into painting quite yet, but he's doing all the priming for us. He does all the masking for us. He's doing all of our box liner rubber spraying for us. So he's got lots of little things. He started off kind of just a cleanup guy, but he's even driving people home for us. Because even though he can't speak or hear, he has a driver's license, no problem. So he drives our customers home for us. And if we need parts, we'll call Napa or whoever. Keegan's on his way to pick up whatever parts we need. So I mean, there's lots of jobs for him to do. So right now he's working on this the Chevy truck, priming it, sanding it, and getting it ready for paint. So we'll let him get to his job there. So basically we sand by hand or by sanders. So what he's done is basically has to prep the whole hood, and he's just blocking off the dark area just to make sure it's nice and flat. That way when the customers pick it up, they have there's no imperfections in the paint and whatnot. And if he notices that there's an area that isn't quite flat enough, he'll reprime and reblock it again. So we have different size blocks that he uses by hand. Because by hand he can actually feel it once he's sanding the hood. So we actually have 8 more staff on site, and he gets along with them all. It's one of those things, I don't know how he does it, but Big Charles there, he's always laughing, and they're laughing at each other, and and actually the thing about Keegan is because he can't hear or speak, his sight, like for instance for decals and stuff, he's always finding all the small things, where the decals are supposed to be, and where hey, you missed a dent, and so he's always bugging the other guys, hey, you missed a dent. Or this decal's got to be here. So he's one of those things. He's always correcting everybody that's making a mistake.
Oh, yeah.
So he likes that. He likes that.
Can I just take a look at this?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So is
So
that
basically, there was a big dent, kind of a dent in it. Now they've blocked it off with a glaze, and now he's blocking it off with primer.
so how do you do it? Just by eye?
It's all by feel.
Just by eye or feel? Is that right?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Can I? So where? Here?
Go on the stuff here, Kelly. That's kind of not hasn't been sanded yet.
Oh, okay.
Don't be afraid to push down on it. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Paul.
You go in a circular motion?
Not circular.
Not circular?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. Well, before I ruin it, I'll stop. See, I wouldn't be able to tell. I wouldn't be able to tell what's not done and what is. But right now, like
They go by feel actually a lot of times with their hands, and I really think that because he has no hearing and whatnot, or his feel is actually amazing. So if we have a hail damage that comes in, we give him the marker, and he goes around and circles all the little marks, because he's a technical guy actually.
oh yeah, wow.
Almost sometimes it's almost like, hey, take it easy, but
Oh, nice. So can people come and say, I want my vehicle done by Keegan?
he wishes, but no, that's not the point. Not quite yet. When his name's on the outside of the door, that's not a problem. So I explained earlier too about the box liners. We do a spray of box liner as well. So Keegan does all the prep for the box liners. He basically sands it, masks it, puts it in the booth, unmasks it. He's our box liner guy. If there's actually one thing that he'd be our best at, it's our box liners.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of been trained at it. He knows what to do. It comes in. He probably do 3 or 4 a day, which is actually it's probably about 4 hours of sanding. He gets 2 or 3 done easily. So he's very, very good at that.
So is your goal to start painting, like get into painting?
You guys do the interview okay? I might try and say hello.
I'm curious when you sand and prep the vehicle and it goes into the paint shop and comes out and goes outside, you go out and take a look at your work, your handiwork.
Well, they have people that do check on that as well, and sometimes what ends up happening is once it's gone through, you know, you might see a dent that you wouldn't have noticed before, and so we bring it back into the shop and just make sure that it's repaired. But most often, I think we catch that. And again, like I said, we're feeling it with our hands. We're taking a look at it before it kind of comes out of our area, just to make sure that it is flat, that it is ready to go. But just in case something is missed, you know, there's always an extra set of eyes looking at it. But again, I think it's a pretty good job in the shop here.
So how long would it take to do, say, a hood comes in dented and they want to just fix the hood? How many days say how many hours of sanding and then how many hours of painting?
You know, I think it all depends on what kind of dent it is, how much damage is done to the vehicle. But I would say, you know, depending on the color, the prime, the sanding, and all that, I mean, it's hard to tell exactly how long it would take. But again, there's lots that goes into prepping the car, getting it ready. Sometimes, depending on if there's a little bit of backlog before the car can get into the paint booth. Yeah, I think it would all depend. I mean, depends on what's wrong with it. It's hard to say.
Oh, fair enough. So, are you working on several vehicles now? Or are you working on this one, and at the same time other vehicles? Or?
There's always different cars that come in. So right now I'm working on this one, but there'll be another car that'll come in shortly. And again, we do all makes and models, all different sizes, right? Big, small. So it all depends on what comes into the shop. But yeah, do it all.
That's pretty convenient. You don't have to take your mask off to communicate, right? That must save a lot of time.
Yeah, no, I could take it off, but yeah, I didn't even think about it. You're right. Sometimes, you know, what we end up doing is you just get in the habit of keeping it on just because of the chemicals that we use in here. And so, again, when you're sanding, there's dust particles that come off from the car, and so I try to keep my mask on any time that I'm in the shop. So it's probably just a habit.
So what's the goal? Is someday own your own body shop? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it would be nice. I enjoy the work. I do like it. I wouldn't mind having my own body shop. It's been good so far. I mean, it's been a good experience in the 4 years that I've been here. I do like the work.
Oh yeah, great. So is there anything else?
No, I think that's it. If you guys are you done, he's got work to do.
Oh. Oh. Well, thanks very much.
No, we don't have one today. No.
Thanks very much, Keegan, for showing us. Can you hear me? He can't hear you.
No.